And we are live. Welcome, everyone, to the first stream for MLB The Show 25. We're back in franchise. It has been a fucking while now, hasn't it? And it feels just right that the first game of this new series is going to be against the Angels. That just feels right, doesn't it? And I will say, if you're watching this on the main YouTube channel, and if you're watching on Twitch, over on the main YouTube channel, some point this week, or early next week, I am going to put up in full that last season of the Angels franchise. Because, I mean, it deserves to be seen again. And I was going to cut it up. I've been procrastinating cutting it up a lot. But I'm just like, you know what? We're just going to put it up in full. It's going to take 5 fucking days for it to upload, but I don't care. Jaron, welcome to the stream. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, welcome. If you're new to our MLB franchise series, it is all simulated until we are competitive and making the playoffs. Then we jump into some games and watch how the team plays. However, before then, we are simming through. We get through a lot of seasons pretty quickly, especially when we're not good. I just thought about it too. I believe GM contracts are on. I might get fired. If that happens, we'll figure shit out. I just thought about it. Let me see. Can I set the GM contracts to be off? I can't. Okay, that is a beginning of the franchise thing. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Okay. Alright, well. If I'm fired, I'm fired. Dash, welcome to the stream, man. I gotta figure out where I want to keep my eyes the most. I think I'll keep them on the YouTube side of things, mainly because for some reason multi-chat loves showing Twitch, doesn't love showing YouTube. I don't know why, don't ask. Well, welcome to the White Sox. This is a team that is very interesting. I will tell you now, their budget, a lot higher than I thought. They're willing to at least spend money. I did not expect that. I did not think they would have much of a budget. We'll go over that in a second. I did, though, add some important injuries to the injury list, just because they're not there, and I wanted them to be there. I went through the injury list on ESPN and put some of the big ones. So, where the fuck is he? I just put him here. Literally just did it. I put Garrett Cole on the injured list. What the fuck? I know what happened. I know what happened. I accidentally backed out. I accidentally backed out of franchise about like 2 minutes ago. Before I hit start streaming. And then I came back in and the autosave was probably before I did all the injuries. Fuck. Okay, look, we're fucking doing it. We're fucking doing it. I need the 2 injuries at least that are actually important injuries. Where is it? There it is. Manual. There are only 2 injuries that I really care about. One's Ronald Acuna, because he's not going to be good to go till I think they said May. And then Garrett Cole. Those are the only 2. Everything else, I don't really care. They're not like massive players that are banged up. Alright, where's that, oh, that's knee. Where's the elbow? Oh, there it is. Nope. Elbow surgery. Boom. Garrett Cole, out. Let's make sure that's there real quick. Yeah. And then I want to make sure Ronald Acuna is just out for 2 months. I gave him a knee fracture for like 2 months because I couldn't give him, you know, his actual injury for the allotted time frame. So where was it? Let's give him a broken hand for 2 months. There we go. So those were the only injuries that I actually cared about having, because they're the only 2 big injuries. Yeah, you can create injuries if you want. The only reason I know about that is Hurricanes Marlins franchise. He talked about it. That's the only reason I found out. I was like, okay, that's cool. But yeah. If there are injuries that you need to add into the game that aren't there, you can go ahead and add them. And then we'll set this back to just being on. And we're good to go. That should keep it there, I believe. Yep. Now we're good to go. Now I can talk about the budget. And the fact that apparently the White Sox are making money. That shocked me. The fact that the White Sox make money shocked me. 100 million in total revenue. We actually have a decent budget. Does that mean we're going to spend money? No, because this team is not in a spot to spend money. Hell, I can tell you right now, there is a contract currently out of these 3 that I don't want on the books. That's where we sit with this team right now. And that's Andrew Benintendi. Don't expect to see him much. He'll be gone. Luis Robert, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, this team is, I think that's the best way I can put it. This team is, I don't know what we're doing with this team right now. Unlike the Angels, unlike the O's, unlike the Cards, unlike the A's, I knew what the teams had going for them. The Cards were, you know, in that weird spot where you're almost contending for the playoffs, but you're not contending for the playoffs. So they were almost there. The Angels are the Angels. If you give them pitching, they're okay. The O's were young enough you could build them up pretty quickly. The A's just needed fucking players. This team needs everything. We are 25th or lower at every position except center field. That's how bad this team is. And do not get me fucking started on the staff. Our head coach is a detriment. Our head coach is doing more damage than he is helping this team. We've got a decent enough hitting coach. I'm not big on the -3 power, but hey, that's fine. Ethan Katz is doing more damage than helping. Caleb Nelson's not bad. John Baltazar, not bad. And Alfonso Rodriguez, I feel like should be the manager with those those pluses he's given out. But of course, if you're new here with this series, let me explain how it works because it's a little different. I will not be controlling any managerial functions. The lineup and injury management is fully on the fucking manager. Whoever we have running this team when it comes to baseball decisions is making their baseball decisions. I am just gonna sit back, build this team, and try and make a winner out of the White Sox. Cross every single appendage that I don't get fired. Now, I don't know. Can I look at my contract from here? Because, I need to show you what there it is. None of that's going to happen in 3 years. None of that. Maybe we finish over 500 in year 3. Maybe. And that's if we have a really good year. We are probably fired. I don't think any of that has a remote chance of happening. But we'll see. Maybe, just maybe, we get lucky. Maybe, just maybe, we get lucky and they don't boot me out onto the cold, cold streets of Chicago. I don't feel confident that we are safe. I just want to know, who are the free agents available? That makes sense. Why is there... I'm pretty sure, yeah, you'd be in the lineup more than likely. Well, we might have to make room. Let's see. Oh, I should also talk about the fact that literally our injuries are not fun to see. Kai Bush, who was one of the pieces of the Angels trade, you know, back when the Angels were dumb and thought that they were going to contend when they should have traded Ohtani and a bunch of other people, instead traded for Lucas Giolito, Luis Garcia, and a bunch of other players, which made them worse and not better. They traded two of their best prospects to the White Sox, one of which was Kai Busch at the time. And, yeah, he's out for 3 to 4 months with elbow surgery. So, not a good look for our minor league pitchers when their elbows are fucked. Luckily, though, we do have a plethora of young talent at catcher. Got Kyle Teal sitting in AAA, and Edgar Cuero, the other piece of that Angels trade, in AA. And that's a massive positive. We've got young, talented catchers. That's one key. We have Joey Gallo. That doesn't matter. There's not a lot of talent at second base. The night uniforms are good. They are quite good. There's not much of a future at third base. Unless Bobby Dahlbeck shines. We do, though, have Colson Montgomery, who I expect to be, if anyone's going to turn to a cornerstone early, it's going to be Colson Montgomery. This is your Tim Anderson replacement. And you really hope to God he turns it up quicker than expected. Good utility piece in Brooks Baldwin. But shortstop's like the only area we have kind of a young piece in place. Everywhere else, you are hoping to God someone takes a step. You got Luis Robert, but how long he gonna be here, really? The biggest question is, do we trade him? That's the biggest question. And I think we're gonna probably wait a season or two before that question gets answered, but yeah. This team's future right now sucks outside of shortstop and a bit of pitching. They do have a handful of decent pitchers. But we're in a weird spot. A very weird spot. Once again, let me go get that pitcher out of free agency because we need everybody. And you show me a fucking 24-year-old pitcher? Yeah, no, I'll take him. Why do we have Mike Clevenger? I've got so many questions. I'm seeing if there's any, like, far too old relief or, like, starting pitchers that I should just cut ties with. You know what? Hammerberg, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you're going to become something one day. Even though I don't believe that at all. Yeah, Martin Perez is getting paid too much, I think, for me to just straight up cut him. I wonder, can I trade someone for cash considerations? I just thought about that. I don't know if that's a thing in this game. Can you just trade dudes for cash considerations? Because I'm not going to lie, I'd do it. About outside curiosity. What? Why are there actual trade requests for Martin Perez? It's nothing great, but there's actually trade requests for Martin Perez. I'm shocked at that. I'm glad I'm taking a look at this now. Just to know. Just to know where he sits. Clevenger played for them Saturday. How'd he do? I assume not well. Alright, well. You know what? Got one strikeout, one hit. That's not terrible. You know what? I won't force the White Sox to grab a pitcher for a year solely because if need be, we need to get young guys for long term. And I'm not going to force anything. We need to be bad anyways. We don't need to be good. This team needs the number 1 pick. Hopefully. Alright. First game of the season's against Yusei Kikuchi and the Angels, and I can tell you this much from what I've seen, Yusei Kikuchi winds up being very good somehow. What do we think? We're going to take this first year a little bit slow to get an idea of how this team turns out. How many wins do we think we'll even have? That's the real question. $40? Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking. I was thinking at best we're getting 50. But that might be a little too high. So oh, Chase Silseth got optioned. Well, it's definitely gonna be under 100. Like, this team ain't gonna win a ton. First game of the year. Excuse me, what? Bryce went 5 innings, 1 strikeout, an ERA under 2, and we got the win. I'm sorry, what? Jorge Soler had a good day. Mike Trout got walked. There were a lot of walks given up in this game. Okay, Corey Lee played really good. Colson Montgomery, not so much. Michael Taylor played well. Luis Robert decided to have a monster outing. Benintendi said he's going to shut my mouth. Okay. We've already done better than I anticipated. If I'm being honest, we have already done better than I anticipated. I expected to lose that game and by a lot. There we go. That's better. That's what I expect. We were up against arguably the Angels' best young pitcher, so, you know. I expect to lose that. There we go. 1-2 start. We shocked the Angels in the first game. But the Angels wind up winning 2-1 in that series. We'll take those L's and we'll be happy about it. I want to keep my eyes on the injured list just so I know of any moves I have to make. Wait, what? The Guardians are 0-3? Okay. Okay. I was really hoping we were about to get swept. Martin Perez got absolutely destroyed. That just killed any of that trade bait that he was there for a second. Let's see what we got. Okay. I mean, we barely played any games in March. Played 2. Like, maybe just 1. I don't know how we can be that impressed when we barely played anything. But, you know. So we're going to just sim through the next series against Detroit. Oh! Yes. Stop simulating. This is where things get more important. And somehow we are 3-5. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. Scouting assignments are decided on a weekly basis. 3 scouting assignments per week. So, what we need, first and foremost, I'd argue is probably infielders. Because we have very little at first, second, and third. Now, we've got guys who can play those positions at short. But, like, there's not much. And as much as starting pitching is important, we have at least some young talent there. Outside of that, catcher, we have developmental talent. Maybe right field we look at something. I don't know. We need everything. And I'm going to eyeball infielders first and foremost. Yep. Position players determines the accuracy of position player scouting. Motivation percentage. Scouting progress. Okay. Okay, I want, let's see, that's pitchers. Where's the position players? Here we go. I entirely forgot to look to get new scouts. So that's on me. I think we're going to scout second baseman. Should actually... Oh, hey, positional needs. Second base, first base, and let's go right field. Yep. So who are the top prospects here? We have the 10th pick this year, which seems way too low for us. Let's be real. We did not get lucky with that lottery. So it looks like early positions that are high priorities are the outfield and starting pitching. Can't say I'm shocked there. Holy shit. Okay. Well, that kind of upsets me a bit, but it does make me feel like we might be able to get a steal later on. Maybe we find a sleeper. Let's go. Second base. You've got the 24th ranked guy here. International are the top second baseman. So the East and International seem to be the top guys at second base. What about first base? Still, once again, heavy International. Center or right field's all over the place. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have our top priority given the starting pitcher depth that seems to be at the beginning of this draft. I think we'll just look at the pitchers and they seem to be a little bit all over the place. I was hoping that maybe they'd be kind of centralized, but seem to be a bit all over the place. Let's look at Will McGowan. He's out of high school. He's got the Shohei Ohtani skill set where he throws right-handed but bats left. Two-way guy? Maybe. Shea Tompkins. You are just going to scout the second baseman in the East. Actually, in the International. And then I want you to discover new prospects for, let's go, outfield International. I think that's the best we can do right now. I right now don't have a lot of faith in our scouts. I entirely forgot to check who our scouts were. You know what? I'm not going to be mad because we're paying decent price for these scouts. Holy shit. Dude, that might be the best pitching scout I have ever seen. I mean, Stephen Griffin's good, but Sonny Cerna right here, he's going to find you some pitchers. No wonder they're getting big money. And maybe Raphael's the top pitcher scout. That discovery and efficiency. Okay. Okay. I don't believe I do have one sponsorship. We can make a tiny little bit of extra money per run. Let's put it on the ticker. Not like it's gonna really matter. Not right now, at least. Still early in the year. We're gonna roll through things. What the fuck just happened? Why are the Guardians so awful? Why are we third place and only down 2.5 games? I get it's early in the season, but we should be, like, winless. Okay, I get it's early, and, you know, weird shit can happen early on. Like, look at this. Bryce Wilson's the only good pitcher right now, and that's really fucking cool that Peyton's older brother is playing well. That's really awesome. Congratulations, Bryce. But, like, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. If we're taking close games into the later innings, our relief pitching is doing a good job at keeping us in things. Yeah, Spherical Surgeon is quite the bot name. Only 5 hits given up for Cam Boozer? Look at you. Only 1 walk, 1 earned run. One earned run was a home run in the Minnesota game. Outside of that, nothing. 7 strikeouts? Justin Anderson is shining. Here's the big question here. How good have you truly been doing? You've gone 5 innings each game. 6 innings in this last start. An earned run in every game, but only 1. He gave up a home run against Minnesota, which, I mean, at this point, I'm not really shocked. Overall, he's playing better than I thought he would. He's a big dude at 6'2", 281. I mean, we do have control for another year. If you can develop Bryce, I mean, he's got good break. Velocity's not bad. The control's not really great right now, but pitching clutch is good. I'm not gonna lie, Bryce Wilson is a lot better than I thought he was. Like, looking at their pitching core, I was like, okay, so maybe you keep Bryce. Maybe. And then Jonathan Cannon's a rookie, so, you know, you hope he plays well, but... he has not played great. He's given up a home run in both of his starts. He's definitely a candidate to possibly get moved down. I mean, I want to give him more than just 2 starts, but... Dear Lord Drew Thorpe. Holy shit. How? Yeah, these young guys might have to go back down to the minors for a bit. I want to give them a little more time just to, you know, not immediately go, oh, you know, they're bad. Get a little more of a sample size, but dear Lord, that one game for Thorpe. That's... who played? That was Drew Thorpe again. Holy shit, his ERA is a 7.7. I don't know about you guys, but... so, we have him 18th. The draft has him, or the MLB ranking has him 9th. I want to get more information, because I've seen guys go from, like, bottom of the barrel to very, very good. And only one new outfielder. That's not fun. Oh? He jumped up. Also, a switch hitter be interesting to add to the group. Huh. This is all very similar to last year. So Gino Rodriguez right now, we know, as a 4-year senior, we're going to get a lot more decisive numbers than we would get from anybody else. Dude's probably going to be, at best, an average hitter. He's going to have some speed. Not a great fielder. At best, he'll be average at fielding. Is he worth it with the 86 to 99 potential? as a top 100 pick? I am very interested in him right now. Keep in mind, that would be probably like our third, maybe fourth round pick, depending on where he'd be on the board. So, I'm very intrigued by him. I am very intrigued by him. Alright, I want to scout position. Well, let me all. I might go center field international just because there's a lot of international center fielders. And normally those guys come with flexibility in the outfield. So, center, international. We'll see what we get there. I'm going to keep this on second baseman because I want more information on these international second basemen. And we'll keep this on Will McGowan just to see if that changes at all. If his draft rank continues to fall, we're probably going to be looking elsewhere. His rank with us continues to fall, I'm not going to feel confident. Back to hoping we lose. Fucking shit. These guys just don't want to lose. We're sitting at a steady 7-8. I don't like that. This team is playing so much better than I anticipated. I thought at most we'd have 2 wins right now. Now that's what I'm talking about. Losing to the Athletics. There we go. Okay. I want to finish that, so I might put him like 3 now in priority. But I'm cool with it. This will go to number 2. Slightly scouted. Holy shit, we know he's probably going to be good. So Enrique, what is it? It's not Tejeda. Is it Tejeda? I think is how it's pronounced. But he's probably going to be the number 1 pick hands down looking at that. Ooh, this one's interesting. Carmine Peralta is falling. Okay. Alex Ishii. Tejeda. Okay. Or Tejada? Tejeda, though, I think is how it's pronounced. Because I remember pronouncing it wrong before. I remember pronouncing it wrong before, and then I've heard it pronounced on calls. That's the only reason I know anything about it. As long as I've heard someone on commentary say it, I will say it how they do. Yeah. That's the way I remember things now, is if I see a J in the middle of anything, it's probably an H. That's the way I remember it. Okay, Dave. Oh, he's Canadian. I was about to say, why is he international with the name Dave? But he's Canadian. That explains it. Okay. Okay, can we just point out this right now? Dave is only a pinch runner. You are drafting this man to pinch run. He's never going to become a great hitter. From what we know, he's never going to become a great hitter. He's never going to field well. Like, at best, he becomes above average. At best. And that's if he hits his peak. You're putting him in a corner outfield spot, more than likely. Well, yeah, no, probably, because he doesn't have an arm. I don't know. Apparently there's new show shop items available, guys. He's from Saskatchewan. Fucking Dave over here. 6'4", 213. Big Dave over here. I was very intrigued seeing that he jumped up from 81 to 71 on our board. But, like, I don't think I'd be willing to draft him that high. Even with the potential. A lot of these 4-year seniors, I'm seeing, you know, good things in there, but man, does it feel like you're not going to get more bang for your buck going that route? Yeah, now he's falling down a bit on our board. I'll say this much. Gino Rodriguez, if he were to hit his ceiling, I think you're looking at an okay player. I don't think he's ever going to be great, but I think he's okay. Ooh, that guy fell out of the even being, like, drafted. Well, that's interesting, to say the least. Only really one big move. That's Alex Ishii going up. 4-year junior. He's got good plate vision. He's a good contact hitter in the long run. Does a real good job against righties. Not gonna hit for power. Good speed. He can steal bags. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, right now they have him around the 3rd round. I'd argue a 2nd round pick makes sense there. Like, if that potential maybe is up on the 83 end of the side, I'd be happy. I think his skill set's pretty decent. Dave over here is just a one-trick pony. He's fast. And as for Will, we haven't talked about him much. Dude's got a cannon. According to his arm strength and accuracy. But his velocity is not great. He is already at his peak with his velocity. That doesn't make me feel good. Yeah, no, I think we're going to go off of Will McGowan. I'm not shitting on Dave's. I'm just shitting on that Dave. He's no Batista Dave. Change prospect. I'm going to keep looking at pitchers. I want to look at the... I want to look at some more of these guys that are ranked up there, but like closer to our spot. So, Marcelo Flores. High schooler. Switch hitter, apparently. But a right-handed pitcher. We'll go ahead and move you to the 1 spot. Move you to the 3 again. Do I want to keep scouting some of these guys? I do. I want to keep scouting mainly for, like, Peralta. See if he gets better at all. Probably won't. Then you've got, what? Who else jumped up? Montoya jumped up a bit. I always want to see if, like, one of those not ranked guys winds up becoming ranked. That's always kind of the guys I look for. Let's actually go right field. Whoops. Yeah, I think we'll start international and then go to the central with right field. Alright. Back to losing ball games, am I right? Yeah, 9-13, more like it. There we go. We're still having a much better season than I thought we would. And Bryce lost his first game of the year. Yeah, Drew Thornton not playing well. Vargas is out a few days. Out a few days. Out a few days. Yeah, okay, so... And they're already healthy again. So. I expect to get our ass handed to... Oh, well, never mind. Drew Thorpe won a game. And we still lost to Minnesota in that series, like I anticipated. Okay, who got hurt? Vargas banged up again. Bruised hand. He'll be fine in the long run. I'm not going to worry about it. I will check on stats here in a bit. Ooh. Okay. Flores is jumping up. He's now 5th on our board. He's ranked 12th, so he should be there when we pick. Remember, we picked 10th. He's a strikeout guy. You don't get a lot of them. The only bad part is he gives up hits. That velocity is not as high as I would like. I'm hoping maybe that changes, but I do worry that velocity is not going to see the number I want it to be. Alright, what we got here? Right fielders. Oh, Wendell Blanchard just plummeted. Oh, okay. Dude, Alex Ishii staying at that 64 spot. Okay, we've got another intriguing prospect now. He's never going to be a good hitter, but he's a hell of a fielder. Gino just kind of staying in that same spot. Fred McCormick dropped. Oh my god, here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here's the sleeper right here. Got a guy that was not ranked, jumped into being ranked. James Silva. He's got speed. That's all we know. Alright, not a lot of positives there. That week did not give us a lot to look forward to. I'm going to go the Central for right field and hope that it's better than the International now. And we've looked at a lot of these second basemen. I'm going to look at the East for second base just to get an idea. Because the East is the other big portion here. That way I can figure out a little bit more of these second basemen. And we'll keep looking at Marcelo Flores. Meanwhile, let's look at stats real quick. There's just a real quick, easy way to look at stats. Guessing the roster page. Luis Robert. How you doing? You're cold right now. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, 7 walks, 33 strikeouts. Hitting under 200. That's not what I want to see. Ooh, he is ice cold. Had a good little hitting streak at one point, but yeah, he is not doing well. That trade situation with him ain't looking great right now. He's also losing speed, which is not what I want to see. I do think I'm going to move Drew Thorpe down. I want to see if there's anyone down here at AAA that's been shining a bit, maybe. Well, Juan Corella has not. I can tell you that. This man might need to get put down to AA. You all might need to go back down to AA. Dear Lord. I mean, he's only had really one rough game. He did go 7 innings these 2 games. Okay. 3 quality starts. I'm just letting Hagen Smith develop because he's one of the bright spots. Yeah, I'm gonna move Drew down to the minor leagues because how many? Yeah, we've got plenty of options to use. And he's having a rough go right now. And I mean a real rough go. So I'm going to bring him down. And I'm going to move Sean Burke up. We're going to see how Sean Burke fares in the majors now. Oh, I should have looked at our top prospects. Would you believe that Rookie Sasaki is the top prospect in all of baseball? Our top prospect is Noah Schultz, who's down there at AA and looking really good right now. And I'm going to keep him down there just because he looks really good right now. Let him continue to shine for a bit. And of course, Hagen Smith is down at single A. And you got Cuero. I should look and see how he's doing. And Kyle Teal. Karanak's doing quite well. But our relief pitching is actually the good part of the team right now, outside of Tyler Gilbert. Well, actually, I take it back. Outside of that one awful outing, well, last 2 games against Minnesota weren't great either, so... I'm starting to see a trend here. The bad games are against Boston and Minnesota. No other teams. Yeah. It's Boston and Minnesota. Outside of that, they're doing fine. That's so weird. That is so weird. I've never seen a team struggle against specific teams like that. Now, given we've mainly played Boston, Minnesota, and the A's and Cleveland, Detroit. But we'll see how the rotation does. I want to see what the rotation looks like because I didn't look at it. There's the rotation. There it is. Eder now gets put into the starting lineup while Burke comes off the bench in the bullpen. Oh my, do not tell me I just brought life to this team by making a pitching change. Whew! Jesus. I was about to say, I thought I just revitalized them by making one pitching change. I got very scared. Ooh, it's scouting assignment day as we beat the Astros. And we are still playing way too well. I don't get it. he's a good prospect. I don't like the hit per 9. That worries me. If I'm being honest, that worries the shit out of me. Outside of that, I don't think he's bad at all. That velocity went up from an 82 to an 84. I think you have a really good prospect here. I'm worried that the potential is more so on that 75 end, more so than the 93 end. However, looking at like what he could be in the long run, I still think you're getting a really good pitcher. Yeah, I think right now Marcelo Flores is our top guy. I want to completely scout him before we call it quits there. Yeah, the number 1 pick's the number 1 pick. The number 2 pick seems to be the number 2 pick. Oh. Okay. Once again, a lot of speed. Okay, he can play probably any spot in the outfield. He's got good enough fielding. He's got a decent enough arm. He can hit decently well for contact, not so much for power, but I don't mind him at all. I don't know if he's there in our second pick, but are you guys related? You're from Kentucky. You're from Missouri. You guys related? You got the same last name. You play similarly, except this dude's a power hitter. Not as good of a fielder. There's your DH. He also, I fear, is going to be a little bit wild with his pitches. Or with his swings, I should say. Oh, that's quite a jump from 94 to 76. I'm sorry, is Mitchell Mueller a power hitter? Where's like the real surprising one? Where's like the uptick from not ranked to 70? Well, 179. I'll take it. He's a great contact hitter against lefties, but outside of that, nothing much. I mean, at least there's something here, and I'm happy about that. But I am going to start looking at first baseman, I think, just to get an idea of the first baseman. Prospect list. Where are the first basemen at? The East and the International, mainly. Okay. There's not a lot of good first basemen in this class. That worries me. So. You move to your PC. I mean, maybe things will run a little smoother for you. Things are running a little too smooth for us. Okay, rough month for Garrett. Wickelman Gonzalez was hit real hard. With a name like that, I'm not really surprised. Ryan Burroughs swung a hot bat down in Double-A. Okay. Nick Maton had an outstanding month of April. Okay. Why are we dropping frames? I have questions. Noah Schultz did great. Not really shocked at that. He'll be up in AAA here in a bit. And Mike Clevenger did well. I mean, I really don't care about that because we're set in the relief pitching situation right now. Legitimately, our relief pitchers have been pretty solid. One bad game for Cam Boozer. Gilbert, what about your recent games? Yeah, you've had a couple. Yeah, Boozer's been real good. I'm not gonna lie, I might... Do I bring Gilbert down and bring Clevenger up after a really nice month? Or let him keep riding the hot streak and see if it rides into next month. That's what I might do. That's what I think I might do. Is I might let it ride into next month. And if he keeps riding that hot streak... Who got banged up? Shoulder inflammation. Well, I mean, it's only 1 to 6 days. I'm not going to worry too much about it. He's just going to be out for a couple days. Okay, get through Kansas City here. Okay. Well, they went our best player. Martin Perez is already back. Alright. Who's currently up at the major league level? Boy Taylor and Dominic Fletcher. Yeah, okay, I think we've got enough there. Benintendi's playing really well, apparently. Well enough that... Yeah. I mean, I don't see him as a long-term piece. I think we move him at the deadline, but... He's playing well. Why are all of our young players right now just on cold streaks? Okay, we're locked in. Potential is 78 to 93. That's a guarantee. I will live with that potential. Overall is going to be 54 to 69. Nice. And he's over halfway motivated to sign with us, which is a win right there. Anybody motivated at all over 50% to sign with the White Sox is a positive. Yeah, I think Marcelo Flores is right now our top guy. He's ranked 4th on our board, ranked 12th in the draft. I think that's a win. We can move him now off of that. I'm now going to make, like the baseman more my priority. Since we kind of have our top guy locked in, I think. We might have to start looking at left fielders as well. And maybe I'll just start looking at starting pitchers. Ooh! Ooh! Hold up! Guys, did we just find a steal? Did we find our second round pick as well? Out of Mizzou. He's a contact hitter, which is fine. He's got great fielding in the long run. I think we found our next outfielder. '81 to '89 potential. He's going to start 61 to 69 overall. I'm just saying, I feel pretty good about that right now. Now, if we're talking first baseman. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's gone up to 129 on our board. That potential is great, but nothing else is all that crazy good. He's a good contact hitter once again, but that's it. And I think we found our contact outfielder, so I don't think I'm going to go crazy for Quinn Fodor unless it's, you know, late in the draft. Yeah, I think we found our second round selection. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect to sit here and have our first round selection kind of pinpointed and our second round selection pinpointed. I did not expect that. I thought maybe we get our first round locked down, our second round kind of figured out, maybe. But you downloading the game on your Switch? There you go, man. Pineapple dragon fruit lemonade's pretty good. I'll keep that in mind. That sounds tasty. I do love me some dragon fruit. It's got like no flavor, but for some reason it works with things. But I love dragon fruit. I'll keep that in mind. So I mean, we know who we're taking with our second pick. That's guaranteed. We're an hour to wait. Whew. That's a long fucking time. Let's look right now. International, I think, is the next spot. No, it's the East. Yeah, we're just going to look at the East for starting pitchers, I think. See what's there in the East at starting pitcher. And then here, I think... I mean, I think we've got our right fielder locked in. I think we've got our right fielder locked in. Let's see. Third base. Nothing. Shortstop, there's some decent players here I can look at and hope that they've got, you know, versatility. Because I'll say this much. This class is top heavy at certain positions. And then that's about it. Because we're not seeing a ton here at first base. Not yet, at least. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch this back to second base, international, so we can learn more about those international guys. Assignment. Position player is solid here. It's not, great. I might use this as kind of like our pinpoint. So if I see a player I really want to know something about, I might use this last spot for that. Let's look at Ashton Whitley. We have him 28th. Actually, I changed my mind. I want to look at relievers here. It's the best spot to look at relievers. They're all over the place. And maybe we won't really care too much about relievers right now. Maybe I will just focus on starting pitchers in the East. Go from there. Okay. So we know our top guy. That's going to be Marcelo Flores. We know our second guy is going to be Javier. I think it was Javier something. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But the right fielder out of Missouri. And we got a decent idea. Yet, I mean, what do you expect? It's the White Sox. We won a series against Miami. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Let's take these L's against Cincy. You love to see it. You love to see it. Sean Burke is not playing well. Well, that sucks. Cannon is at least starting to come into his own a bit. He's on fire a tad bit. Oh my God, he's being destroyed. Well, Sean, it was nice having you up here. Back to AAA you go. That was a waste of a move. Holy shit. Thorpe has balanced back out. He's found a little bit of consistency. I'm not gonna lie, if Kai Bush could play, I'd probably bring Kai Bush up just to see. Nah, there's no reason to bring you up to... How are you on fire? You're getting your ass kicked to some degree. Like, you did well there, you did well there. You did okay these two games for the most part. You got destroyed here. You didn't... You went .1 innings. I don't know who's taking this spot. I think we're just gonna bring Drew Thorpe back up now that he's kind of gotten his break. Let's just hope he balances himself back into play here at the majors. I will say Bryce Wilson has been a very nice surprise. I'm very happy about that. He's a guy that I went from being essentially like, oh, well, we could keep him to, I'd like to keep him around. Okay, so he's sitting still at 29 on our board. I want to know more. Once again, good fielder. He's got very good arm strength. Okay, a bit of a power hitter too. That makes me feel better. Okay. Flores has jumped up to 3 on our board. He is nearly our number 1 guy. Holy shit. Peter Ambrose plummeted. Ooh, we got a little bit of an increase here for Sid Clark. Is it Sid? Check in on some of these second basemen. Bo Hernandez. What a name. Alex Ishii kind of stays put in that 63 range. I do think Andreas Curran could be a late round pick. I also think Gino Rodriguez could be a later round pick. If he's on the board in the 4th round, I definitely think it's possible. You take a chance with that potential. I don't know if he's going to be there with our 4th round selection, though. Holy hell, John Light went from 53 to not ranked. Woo! Okay. So we're going to have to hope that nobody has the information we have on Marcelo Flores. And Junior has jumped up to 28 on our board. Hot damn. Yeah, I don't need any more information on Junior. This man, and he wants to sign with us at this point, so yes. It's an interesting situation right now. I think I'm going to kind of stay with where I am on some of these, just to get some more information. I feel like we've done a pretty good job of scouting compared to how we scouted at some points last year. I feel like my scouting wasn't as good sometimes. Here, I feel like I spent a good job getting an idea of where I wanted to focus a little better. Dear Lord, the Cubbies killed us. Drew Thorpe's first game back in the majors is a win over Seattle. That's a big win for Drew Thorpe. Not gonna lie, I love seeing it. We just beat Seattle in a fucking series. What the hell? Excuse me? What the hell just happened? Also, 44 more days for Kai Bush. 44 more days for Jesse as well. So we'll have to make some moves coming up. out day as an injury has popped up. One to 2 weeks. Oh, that's not fun. Head contusion. Oof. He jumped up to 17th on our board. Wow. Okay, so I definitely don't think Ashton Whitty is going to be there with our second round pick. As much as I would love him to be there with our second round pick, possibly. I don't think he's going to be there. But I definitely think he's a really, really good player. I'm going to take the time to finish Junior off here to get the rest of his information. Okay. Well, we found another intriguing one. So backup plan, I guess, if we were to lose out on Marcelo Flores. Meet Darryl Jones, the righty out of Massachusetts. Okay, this one's interesting. Not as much of a strikeout guy. Does not let up a ton of walks. I like the home run per 9. I like the pitch control. That pitch velocity is very good. That break is very good. The stamina is good. I think we have found 2 very, very good pitchers. And now we have to make a decision on which one we want more. And Sid Clark's really solid as well. Dude, Peter Ambrose has fallen. And my boy Alex Ishii has climbed a bit. Oh, he's becoming an even better contact hitter as we scout him more. Yeah, I like Alex Ishii a lot. We have a lot of interesting choices to make. He could be the 3rd round selection. If he's on the board. Gio, you fell a bit, my guy. You're starting to fall. Oh, excuse me? Who are you, sir? Popping in out of nowhere at 70 on the board? Okay. Unless he starts to shine a bit more, I don't think he's going to be a guy I really look at. All he really has on his side is stamina. I'm very iffy of those guys in the long run. When I don't really see anything else in the skill set outside of they can go innings, I'm just like, eh. Yeah, I think we are changing things up a bit here and now moving to spend a lot more time on Darryl Jones. Oh, he can play first. Oh, that's great. Okay. You don't have a secondary position. I don't like that. Gino can at least play third, so that's nice. Okay, we're at least getting a few guys here that I like that have some flexibility in their positioning. All right, finalize those plans. Hey, we beat the Mets once. I'll take that. I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, is Thorpe about to get his ass handed to him by the O's? Yep, that ERA jumped a good bit. Okay, not out too long. Not out too long. So, 2 injuries that don't really need to be worried about. Okay, how'd the month go for some of these guys? Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So where's that one guy that was struggling at relief pitcher at AAA? Because I'll bring Andrew up while I take the other guy down. Now this... Was this the dude that had a rough month? Because I wouldn't mind bringing... I think the dude that had a rough month was a starter, though. Oh, there's Dan. He's the one who had a rough go of things. Oh, yeah. Dan, head down to AA, please, and thank you. And this guy will move up to AAA. So who was it that was having a rough go of things in AA? There was someone who was having a rough month, and I saw that and was like, hey, this is a good reason to bring in Hagen Smith up. And I don't see anybody struggling. And no name that is familiar to anything on the list. Shit. I wanted a reason to bring Hagen Smith up. Although I think I might just keep him there for the rest of the year. Just so he can keep kind of developing. Let him develop at single A for a little more of the year. And then next year he starts at double A. I think that's the best way to do it. Don't like the teal struggling. Cuero, not doing bad, it looks like, but not doing as well as I would hope, especially at double A. Yeah, neither one of them's really excelling the way I'd like. How's Andrew Vaughn playing? 251. Well, wait. So 232. 7 homers, 23 RBIs. He's not playing as well as I thought he would this year, but I'm not going to say I expected anyone to play that well this year. If we're being honest. 198, dear Lord. Well, 263 for Josh Rojas. Okay. Here's something I didn't expect. I did not expect Colson Montgomery to be taking this big of a jump already. He's batting 287? Yes. Oh, thank you, Colson Montgomery. You're shining. You are the bright spot. Yes. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay. And Brooks Baldwin is progressing nicely. Batting 263. I'll take that. Benintendi, what are you looking like? 300, excuse me? Like, you are just 30. So there is an argument to be made that, hey, you could keep him. And Luis Robert is having an awful season. One-year deal for Michael Taylor. And he is just not doing anything. I'll get some of these young guys down in single A if I could actually progressing. Hell, Dominic Fletcher over here is progressing. That's crazy. 241 on the year. I'll take it. It's 27. Surprisingly, there is some positives this year. And we somehow beat Baltimore. Nice job, Jonathan Cannon. Excuse me? Martin Perez has got an ERA in the 4s. Ooh, injury? What are we looking at? That's not fun. Okay, he'll be fine. Noah Schultz out 1 to 2 weeks. Sucks. He's been playing real well, and I've been keeping him down there just because he's been playing that well. I want him to keep playing that well. Keep that confidence up. Bryce, come on, man. You were having such a good year. Well, Drew Thorpe got the ERA down. And now Kansas City's doing Kansas City things, and Martin Perez apparently has caught a bit of fire. Okay, not terrible. I'm interested to see. Okay, he took an L his first game in AAA. That's not good. Not happy about that. Oh my god, and now we know. Daryl Jones has now jumped all the way up to 3 for us. Bruh. We'll have decisions. We will definitely have decisions to make. We know Junior's good. He will be a 63 to 68 overall, 83 to 88 potential. That's great. He's got great contact potential. He's got good vision overall and discipline overall potential. He's fast. He can run the bases. He can field. Yeah, this guy is exactly what you want. I hope to God he's there at our second pick. If he's not, I'm going to be upset. Dude, he's so good. He's not a strikeout guy, but he's so good. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I might actually finish up Alex Ishii just because it's between him and... Actually, I'll do you first, and you can go to the 3 spot. So this is how the MLB has these guys ranked. And a lot of them are much lower on our board. That actually makes me feel real good about how we've scouted. Okay, excuse me. I need to see more of Bo Henderson. Unranked to 17th to unranked. Never mind. I don't want more of Bo Henderson. I don't want anything to do with Bo Henderson. I read that entirely wrong. Brandon Good is 15th on our board. I'm interested to see if there's anybody like in that 40 range that we have a lot higher. Like a Robert Walters. Yeah, let's look at Robert Walters. We have him at 36 on our board. He's 40 on the big board. And I will just keep my eyes on the second baseman, I think, still. In that top spot, just to finish off a lot of those second basemen. And then we're going to use probably the last 3 weeks to look at probably closing pitchers. And third baseman, probably. So, as we check in on things, we've got 32 days till the draft. I do think we're going to get to the draft today. Where are we in the spectrum of baseball right now is the question. Where are we fully? Because right now, we are last in the Central, no shock. We would be last in the East. We would be last in the West. And we're nowhere near the wild card. We are 10 games out of a wild card spot. We are the worst team in the AL. However, we are not the worst team in baseball. I believe that is the Miami Marlins. The Cards are worse, are about as bad as we are. So we're what, 25 and 41? Yep. The Rockies are worse. That I'm shocked at. I feel like they have more firepower than we do. Their pitching is worse. I will say that. But I believe they have more firepower than we do. So I'm very surprised they're worse than us. So we are the third worst team in baseball right now. Third best odds. See if it continues. Cam Boozer with another win. He has been quite a surprise as well when it comes to pitchers. Team Perez takes the L. Bryce Wilson takes the L, as we expect. His ERA, though, is below 4, which I'm still very impressed at. Okay, let's talk scouting. What do we know? This man jumped all the way up to 48. And this man jumped to 34. Okay, he can play second and short. That's good. That's good. Not a great fielder, but can become very good. A power hitter, which I like. Not a lot of speed, but good reaction. Yeah, I like Robert Waters a lot. I think that's definitely a second round pick candidate. I don't think we take him there. Yeah, interesting players right now. I'm going to cancel these 2 assignments. I'm going to look at all our recently scouted players. Ishii is now up to 55. His potential continues to sputter, I think is the best way to say it. But he's a solid player. We know enough of a lot of these guys at this point. I would feel good with either of these two as like a later round pick, as that 4th round selection. Now, Ishii, I think, would be more a 3rd round selection, but mainly because of where he's expected to go. Now, we make a point to look at closers and third basemen. I think that's what we're going to look at now. Let's go all third baseman. Let's go in the East. There seemed to be a good amount of East third baseman. This is the pitcher guy. Let's go ahead, scout position. We want closers. I do not know where the best closers are. International's got a good amount of closers, one of which we have higher rated than the board does. So let's go with the International then. And here we will go. Let's go relief pitcher. International. We're scouting a lot of international talent, a lot of East Coast talent. Central and West Coast, not so much. All right. 2 of the worst teams in baseball going head to head. No, we are not good. We are not about to sweep the cards. Okay, don't get the brooms. Keep them in wherever you keep them. Whatever the room is you keep them, the closet, whatever. Keep them in there. We didn't do anything. We did beat the Blue Jays, though, 3-0. That's a surprise. We then beat them 2-0. What the fuck is happening? Vladdy, get the fuck out of there. Well. Oh my god. 1 to 2 months, that's probably a 60-day move. And 1 to 2 months, that'll be a 60-day move. So, yeah, we're gonna get some pitchers back, but we just lost a second baseman and a catcher. So, definitely gotta make some moves there. Let's see. At catcher, what move do I make here? I don't think Cuero's played well enough to get the call up. I mean, Michael Turner's putting up better numbers. He hasn't done a lot, but he's put up better numbers. I'm going to call him up AAA to replace Alvarez. Second base. Probably just going to sign a guy, more than likely. Because I kind of like keeping these single A guys down at single A. Just to develop for the year. Craig's still here. Second baseman. Any young talent that I might be able to just to see if they can do anything at Double A. Pena. I hate that you can't sign. Well, wait a minute. There we go. I was about to say, I hate that you can't sign guys to minor league deals, but you can. You just have to, I believe, be in the minor leagues. I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but nope. I don't get how you can't sign guys just to basic minor league deals. Because, like, guys get signed to minor league deals all the fucking time. How can I not sign them to a minor league deal? I don't want to cut someone from my 40, man. Have them go to waivers just because I need somebody in the minors. Gonna be down there playing. Okay, Tristan Gray can play second if need be. Same thing with Burrows. Okay, yeah, no, we're fine. We've got the depth there. We've got guys who can play it. Guys, the Knights are pretty decent. The Knights might make the playoffs. Might. I'm not saying they will. They might. Alright, let's do it. Let's look at these prospects. Yeah, Water's pretty solid. Fleming is ticking up for us. Robbie Johnson, not so much. Danny Flores, not so much. Ramon Guerrero is sitting. Okay, we're learning some things today. That's a definite. Okay, yeah, those international closers, not great. Yeah, so we're gonna jump to the east, probably for the closers. For the relief pitchers, once again, there's more in the East to look at, so we're going to go to the East as well there. We're just looking in the East. Don't know why there seems to be more talent there, but we're looking in the East. Get the fucking brooms. We just swept Toronto. We just swept Vladimir Guerrero and the Blue Jays. What the hell happened? Is he hurt? He's not. They do not have any injuries. This is a healthy Blue Jays team that is just awful. How the fuck did we do that? Like, Bo's here. Vladdy's here. Having a fantastic season. How'd he play against us? He did really well. He did really well. 1 for 3 the first game, and then 3 for 4 the next game. Bruh. I can't believe that. We are having a much better season than I expected. You gotta realize the bar for me was literally on the ground. What the fuck is happening? Okay, there we go. Martin Perez takes the L. And so does Cam Boozer, who still is throwing well, a 1.5 ERA. But how are we 32 and 49? That seems too good. I mean, it's saying something when I think 32 wins is too many. Who got that win? Okay. Alright. Any more intrigue here? I just want to point out Daryl Jones is number 2 on our board. Dude, this is crazy. Dude, is this draft just overrated? Are there just players that are overrated? Like, we're seeing so many guys fall in our rankings. Okay, there you go. You got Steven Cortes, who jumped up a bit for us. Opted out of the doctor's appointment. Speaking of that, I would like to see, like, the guys we looked at. Daryl Jones is healthy. We know Daryl Jones is good. 100% Daryl Jones might be the best player to take for us if he's there at 10. Because we know he's healthy, which means his potential will be good, which means his overall will be exactly what it says there, 53 to 68. And we also know Flores is healthy as well. Bruh. This is too good for us. Ooh, opted out of the doctor's exam. Oh, that scares me a bit. That does scare me a bit. Because when they opt out of the doctor exam, there's always a chance they're injured already, and that dings their overall potential. So I'm a tad bit iffy. We do have backup plans, but I can't sit here and say I'm not scared. He also opted out. Alright. Recently scouted. Who are the guys that kind of actually made a jump? Closing pitcher. 26 to 14. That is a hell of a jump. Okay, so the relief pitchers are taking jumps a bit, which is nice. Not as much on the third baseman side of things. Well, there's one. So, I guess we'll keep it. Just the same. Just keep moving with it. See how much happens here in this last week. Oh, yay, we get to face the Dodgers. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Let's find out who struggled and who bounced back. Frazier struggled. JD Gladney swung a hot bat. Okay, he was struggling at one point.
Condition! Unacceptable!
That came in at a very weird time. FG, I did not even see you in the chat. I apologize, man. You did not pop up on the chat. I have my multi-chat up. You didn't pop up. The chat didn't like you. I apologize, man. I'm sitting here. I switched to Twitch just to double check things. And my chat apparently did not like you being here. Never showed me anything. I am sorry I did not see you in the chat. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fix things. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Now I've got both chats up. Bit different now than normal, but I got both chats up now. Okay, who else? Okay. Brandon Drury had an outstanding month. I didn't even know he was on the team. And Trey Magoo had a good month. Okay, Clevenger's been playing extremely well. So I have to start looking at if we have some struggling relievers. He has just been playing exceptionally well the last handful of months. Do we have any struggling relief pitchers? I mean, he hasn't been great, but he hasn't been awful. Tyler Gilbert. I've used one of his options. Eagles, what's up, man? Okay, he's getting a boost. I think I don't know. He's done pretty well the last 2 games, not so much. I'm going to move him down if I can. Let me actually double check that. No minor league options used. Perfect. Move him down to AAA. Give Schuster a chance to develop even more so down there. While we bring up Clevenger, who has just played too well to not be at the major league level at this point. I'm sorry. Did you just say I have to move him to the 40? Okay. Ooh, who goes out of the 40 is the question. I should see who's on the 40. Bigger question is who's not going to get picked up on waivers. He had a rough month, so I'm moving him out of the 40. There we go. I'd expect him to make it through waivers. Then again, you know, anything's possible. So, we've made the surprising move of Mike Clevenger to the Major League roster, and it did not help us defeat Shohei Ohtani. So, what a shock. I mean, we're all astonished at Mike Clevenger to the Major League roster not working to beat the Dodgers. Once again, I do want to point it out. He might be 5-7. He's got a sub-4 ERA. Bryce Wilson has played so much better than expected. It might be Shohei, but we had Mike Clevenger. Duh. Jonathan Cannon is taking his lumps this season. And now it's off to play the Rockies in Colorado. Oh my God, we lost. I thought we were going to win that. I had to take the headphone out for one reason. How the fuck do you even play in Colorado and have an ERA under 1? I feel like that's physically impossible. I feel like you play one game and you have an ERA of like 30 if you pitch for the Rockies and it's a home game. Because it's Colorado. All that happens is home runs. Made myself so angry, I had a coughing fit. Why? Oh! Oh, wait a minute. Is he back from injury? Is that the situation at hand? Are we healthy? We are. Kai Bush is back. Oh, shit. Okay, so, who at AAA is getting sent down is the question. You're on fire right now. You're on fire right now. You guys don't deserve it. You know, you've had 1, maybe 2 bad games. I don't know if you deserve it. Burke? Yeah, sorry, buddy. Down to AA with you as Kai Bush is back. So Kai Bush returns from injury. We get a little bit healthier. We'll see how he does here after we scout. I want to see his first game. We're losing to Colorado in Colorado. I'm very impressed. And we have not scored in Colorado. All right, last week of scouting. Let's get one last look at some of these prospects. How do you not score in a park that is literally just there to get home runs? Literally, the only reason Colorado was an option for this series this year was because pitching is so important in Colorado. That's the only reason I contemplated using them, because their team is decent. You have pieces to build around. They don't have pitching. And it's so hard to find good pitching for that park. Okay, we're going to keep looking at some of these relievers, because these relievers are starting to shine here a bit. Some of them. Not all of them. Some of them are terrible. Oh, that's that? Okay. Okay, Mr. Minoso. You've caught my attention. You have caught my attention, sir. Always love seeing a guy not ranked jump into our draft rank. I love seeing that. And here's a good... Like, these situations right here are why I love this game. Any other game, you see this and go, dude's got 86 to 94 potential. You have to draft him. In MLB, that don't matter unless everything else helps. You gotta love it. Ooh, another one. Another one. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do, third base, we've kind of got covered. I'm not going to need that. I want to do a quick look at shortstop. And I think the central seemed to be a good spot for short. Okay, it's the East again. If we're being real, it's the East again. Dear Lord. All the good players are in the East Coast, apparently. I don't know why, but apparently. Relievers, closing pitchers, I want to keep looking at some of the guys we have there. Last week of scouting, go. Who's ready to draft? Guys, we won a game in Colorado. I know, shocking, but it happened. Let's see. Now Toronto wants to play well against us. They got swept by us and got pissed. Oh, they want Benintendi. I mean, I'm certainly not against trading Benintendi. However, with the season he's had, I'd argue he's worth more. He's on a cold spell. No, why are you cold now? You were hitting 300 earlier. He has legitimately skyrocketed his overall. His overall went from like 68 to 71, so he's having a great year. I really would like a little bit more than just that. I get it. It's a top prospect. He's solid. Given what I've seen in the draft, I feel like we can draft this guy at 10. So I don't feel like I need to make a trade for him. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. Alright. Cleveland. We beat Cleveland that time. Okay. Who's ready for the draft? We beat Cleveland again, and it's draft day, baby. Let's do this. Let's add our prospects. First things first, go to our board. So, Tejeda, because he's the number 1 prospect. He's the number 2 prospect. Right now, Darryl Jones is, I think, our guy. It's between him and Flores. We'll look over them. We'll have, 3 minutes, I believe, to do it. Those are our 2 top prospects if they're on the board. After that, I don't know. I'm not looking for a closing pitcher that early. Whitley's definitely a guy that would be on my board in the second round. Our boy Junior right there is definitely a possibility. I'm a little worried about him opting out of the doctor exam. Robert Waters is good. I just want to put all the guys we know we like on the queue. They may not be the best players, but we like these guys at least. Really good fielder right here in Ryan Langley. We don't know much about him, and he can't really hit all that well, but he's a really good fielder. I'll put him on the board for now. Holy shit, Peter Ambrose, you suck. You are overrated to high hell. You might be the Jamarcus Russell of this draft. Definitely want him on there. Oh yeah, Jamie was the power hitter. More of a DH type of player outside of anything else. We have Ishii, who I liked. You know what? Just because you might be there late and we have you high, yeah. If they're not ranked on the big board and we have them ranked, I am going to have some amount of interest late. So I might as well put them on the queue. Definitely add him to the queue. To the queue. To the queue. This will just make it a lot easier for us. There's our boy. There's our boy Gino. We may not draft him, but, you know, just in case. Okay, there we go. That's enough, guys, to make me feel good about the first handful of picks. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick because I feel like I need to take a piss before we do the most important part of this stream, which is figure out who our young core is going to be before we probably get fired and we never get to see them, because Lord knows that's probably how things are going to go. With that, let's take a bathroom break. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I am back. I am ready for the draft. I hope you guys are. I hope you have your suits. I hope you're in the war room. Hope you got snacks, because we're about to make some very important picks. And we're about to see how many of our guys get taken before us, because let's be real, we're going to lose out on either Daryl or Flores. I guarantee one of them is going to go probably at like 4. And I'm going to be pissed about it. It's probably going to happen, if we're being honest. Are we ready? Let me know when you're set. I want to make sure everybody's ready to go for the draft, whether you're on the YouTube side of things or the Twitch side of things.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Also, I want to change the music. We've been listening to the same song for 3 hours, so, well, 2 hours. Let's go. Because we're drafting the future. Let's play the future. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let somebody fall, please, and thank you. I want to make sure we're still live on both ends, because my computer told me that OBS disconnected and reconnected. So I just want to make sure we're good on both ends. I'm refreshing. We're good. We're live on both ends, it looks like. I was worried. I saw it disconnected and reconnected. I got scared.
Evolution.
Hi. Okay. Plays important information like the current round, who is currently on the clock, and which team is picking. When your team's on the clock, you have 4 minutes to draft, so we have 4 minutes to talk about it. So get your typing fingers ready if you want to have a conversation about who we're picking. So there are bonus demands and motivation levels, of course. Run out of time. The player from your draft queue will be drafted. Okay. When you speed up the draft, that's okay. Let's start the draft with the first pick. The Nats select Marco Flores. Why'd they do that to me?
Future.
What? To me?
Human error.
Really? Number 1 overall?
Evolution.
Number 1 overall.
This is the future.
Number 1 over fucking all. This is why I don't. This is why I hated living in DC. This is why I hate it. It wasn't just because I don't like politics and shit like that. It was the Nats the entire time. Screw you guys. I hate it. Because I was between the two, and I really did like Marco Flores. I think if we had done Colorado, Flores would have been hands down my guy, I think. Because, the other guy gives up hits. Marco doesn't. He's a ground ball guy. I'm so pissed. Don't you do it to me. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Yeah, remember when I called him the Jamarcus Russell of the draft? In Tiro, welcome to the stream.
Future.
They did make the choice easier, that's true. And the Angels are about as realistic as possible. They took the bust of a pitcher. I don't know what you guys see in him. This is not a good choice, Anaheim. Come on, man. You literally had the number 1 prospect fall in your lap. And you don't take him. If I see the other pitcher go. Okay, Lewis Olson, not our guy. I'm shocked that the left fielder is still out there. The number 1 projected guy. I didn't scout him because I didn't think we'd have a chance. Like, Tejeda is still there. We barely scouted him because I figured we weren't going to get a chance at him. I mean, I'm just going to sit here and watch who they take because now I'm scared. Darryl Jones is the guy, but the top 2 prospects are still on the board. What the fuck is happening? Okay, there went Tejeda to the Blue Jays. Wow. And the Reds select Carl Singleton. That puts us on the board We are officially on the clock. The number 2 prospect is available. We did not scout him. We did not scout this man. I don't feel safe in taking Kevin Soriano. I just don't. So we're not going to. I'm just going to point that out there. We will look and see how good he is. But I'm shocked. I am dumbfounded that all those pitchers went and none of them was our boy. The Nats took Flores, number 1, but nobody took Darryl Jones. Nobody took him. I'm dumbfounded. I can't believe Kevin Soriano dropped. I thought the first 2 picks were obvious. And turns out the Angels actually wanted to be the Angels. Well, that stops the talking, I think. We're going to take the 18-year-old pitcher out of Massachusetts, Darryl Jones, the righty at 6'4", 198 pounds. He does not give up walks. He's not a strikeout guy was Flores. He still would have been probably the better choice. But he doesn't give up walks. He can go the distance. Once he grows into himself, those hits aren't going to be happening much. We are going to draft starting pitcher, Darryl Jones. Hopefully the next ace of your Chicago White Sox. Whether I'm here or not. Yep, both Soriano and Jones are Massachusetts prospects.
This is the future.
We know it's a good pick. 80 to 95 potential. He's 18, so all the time in the world.
Evolution.
He's going to be a good player. He's going to be a good player for us, whether I'm here or not. But look at that draft. 9 pitchers and 1 left fielder. Soriano's still there. I want to see how this first round goes. And then we'll start kind of speeding things up. Soriano goes 12th to Texas. That's shocking. I can't believe they took Flores. And very rarely do I have one of those kind of reactions where I'm truly dumbfounded. That was it. Like, if I could have flipped a table, I would have flipped a fucking table. About to build their franchise foundation while you're GM in the Marlins or something? Probably. There went Ashton Whitty. He went a lot earlier than I expected. So a lot of these guys are going quicker than I thought they would. So I'm now worried about Junior. That's one reason I like taking it slow in this first round. I will say the team's played better than I anticipated. I shouldn't get fired. This team's playing a lot better than I thought they would. I thought we'd have the number 1 odds with ease. We've got like the number 5 odds right now for the first pick. We're playing better than I expected.
This is the future.
A lot of pitchers in this first round. A lot more than I anticipated, with it being a outfield heavy draft. I will say they did add time to the ticker. I think it was only 5 seconds between picks. Last year, it's now, 8 seconds between picks? They did add a few seconds to the timer. Now they make you sweat a bit, and I don't like it. Ooh, Carmi Peralta went. Bruh, if Junior is gone by our next pick, I'm going to be very upset. Because legitimately, I'm not going to entirely know who we're taking. I'd expect him to be there. However, his projection was like 48. So there's definitely a chance he goes before our pick. Given, Marco Flores was projected 12th and went number 1. I'm sorry, Vince Pepper? Dude, the Yankee fans are going to love him.
This is the future.
Oh, wow, Bob Moreno went to the Dodgers. I didn't think he was all that good.
Evolution.
And the Royals take Leroy Carter.
This is the future.
I'm going to be even more pissed if he goes to a Central team. Now, after the second pick, we'll probably sim forward a bit quicker. But there went Robert Waters. I didn't expect him to go that quick. There went Junior, went to Tampa. Yeah, I had a rough time thinking he was going to fall to us, and he didn't. Of course he didn't. I don't know who we're picking now. I legitimately have no idea who our second round pick is. Will McGowan goes to the A's. That's a very A's pick. Marlins took David Tyler. I mean, if I'm being honest, I've got no fucking idea.
This is the future.
Like, I don't want to take a guy that we haven't done our research on, but at this point, all the guys that I was like, this is my dude here, this is my guy here, are off the board.
This is the future. Evolution.
I mean, at this point, it might be just take a guy you want that you think's not going to be their next pick. That might be the situation at hand. And I'm not the biggest fan of that being the situation at hand. I really wish I scouted Boston Lopez now. Because it's weird that he fell this far. I don't think he's that good if he fell this far.
I am the table!
Well, we've got 2 minutes to go. Gotta get Boston to go alongside.
This is the future.
I really want Alex Ishii, though. Like, he's not great by any means, but I think he's at least solid.
This is the future.
God, I wish I could pause the timer.
Evolution.
Fuck it, we're gonna draft Boston Lopez, mainly because we do need outfield help, and we don't have many other guys that are outfielders. Fuck it. Boston Lopez. I don't know anything about him. Okay. Next pick. Ishii is still there, surprisingly. Any names we know here that got taken, I wonder? Don't see any names that I go crazy for right now, but I'm taking Ishii right now. His draft rank was 75. For us, it was 59. We're getting him at 77. I'll take it. Okay. I know who I want with the next pick. The question is he there? You doing something right? Last year they gave everyone for college football 25,600 bucks and a free copy. This year they're getting 1,500 and deluxe. Oh, look at that! Now they're thinking, yeah, we'll give you a little bit extra. Holy shit! Everyone got drafted.
Evolution.
Everyone I had on my board got drafted. Holy hell!
This is the future.
Okay. Well, shit.
Evolution.
Well, let's take Luis. I was not ready to see no one on my board. Let's hope Minoso's there still in the next round. He is. Okay, Gary, welcome to the team. We're drafting more pitchers than I thought I was going to take. I want to know, where did he go? Where did my guy go? Because I guarantee he went higher than I wanted him to. And I mean a lot higher. Saw him there for a second. He went to the Mets at 97. Damn. Alright. There is no one left on the board now that we have any idea of. Now we're taking flyers. He took credit for it too. Jay took credit for it. Okay, since we're taking flyers at this point,
Evolution.
do we
This is the future.
take Quinn Fodor?
Evolution.
He's just a contact hitter. That's all he does. Where do I go? I'm going to draft the pitcher. I'm going to draft Sean Crane. Why not? We've got one more pick. Don't we? No, we don't. Okay, that's everything. Now I kind of regret not taking Fodor. Where'd he go? He went to Cincinnati. Because I was looking at it and I'm like, maybe I just take the potential. And then I liked Sean Crane had, you know, decent strikeout and hit per 9. So I'm like, okay, at least you've got something already in the bag as a reliever. And I'll take it. And I only had 10 seconds left. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm taking this guy.
This is the future. Human error.
Did the third baseman not go that I thought about? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Okay, I can get him maybe undrafted. Or no, was this him? Nope.
This is the future.
I think that was. So, nope, that wasn't the third baseman I was thinking about. Huh. That third baseman I thought about for a second didn't get drafted. Interesting. We will see, though, how things turn out. The big question marks are the players that I didn't get. Those are the guys I want to know the most about. One of which is Jamie right here, because I almost took him in this spot. We talked about Boston. He fell for some godforsaken reason. I got a feeling it was money more than anything. Well, 2.7 isn't bad. For a second round pick, that's not terrible. The only bad part is he probably doesn't want to sign with us right now. But we got our guy at number 1, and that's really all that matters. We got our guy, while the Nats up here took the dude that was my first love as our number 1 pick, and Marco Flores.
This is the future.
He's just so fucking well-rounded. That's why I like him. He's so well fucking rounded. You don't get that. I get why they took him at number 1. I get it.
This is the future.
Yeah, no, that's you know what? Boston Lopez will replace Benny Bats next year. It's all good. Okay. Okay, has a glitch where it just won't stop playing the 3 of the theme of the last entrance. And I'm stuck listening to Carmella's theme and she takes what Kyrie's saying. Well, it's not bad. Well, it's probably not the good theme, so sad face. This is a very Angel selection. He's good at like one thing, and it's not giving up hits, but he's not going to strike anybody out, probably. So there's always the chance that you get a hit off of him, or you go yard off of him. That's a very Angels pick. It's the Def Rebel theme. Yeah, no, that's terrible. Okay, normally I would call the stream right now, but you know what? I'm not gonna, because I want to sign these draft picks and I want to see all the picks before we end stream. I don't think we have anyone in the home run derby.
This is the future.
I just want to see if we have anyone.
Human error.
We don't, so I don't care.
Evolution.
And we somehow beat Cleveland 3-1. How? What the fuck is this team?
This is the future.
I don't think we're going to have anyone at all. Well,
Evolution.
Penn Murphy got close. I'm waiting to see if Montgomery maybe made an argument at short. Nope, no arguments. Wait, where is he? Is he anywhere? He's still batting .271. He's having a very good year. Okay, Benintendi made it. Probably. He was probably our selection. He's back up to a 286. So, I don't know what we're going to do with him. He's playing too well for me to feel like trading him's the right option, but I don't know. I'm so iffy with him. Alright, well. I mean, I don't really care because we're not here for the All-Star game. No, we don't care. The NL won.
This is the future.
Oh, it's probably Kai Bush or Cuero, maybe. Or Maybe Hagen Smith, possibly? Maybe? Not too worried about it?
The future.
Okay, time to sign draft picks. Let's do this. $38. Holy shit. You don't want to sign. I get it. Alright, top priority easily is Daryl. Can't offer him the contract yet. Second priority is you. I just need you in here so we get closer to signing you. And then... yeah. Ishii. What does he want? He wants $1 mil? Sure. What? Ishii, my guy. Really? At 79%? Okay. So let's go ahead and see if I can get somebody else under contract. He wants 382. I'll give you what you want.
This is the future.
Bruh.
Human error.
Bruh, I get it, we're the White Sox, but dude. Okay, then. I'm just gonna bring up the motivation for the others while we're here, then.
This
Ooh, we got a trade. Kyle Bradish for Mason Miller and Joey Estes. I get it, A's. You moved to Vegas and you thought you could, you know, wheel and deal now. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm happy we left you in last year. I'm happy we threw you to the wayside this season, because what the hell? O's get a young starter to develop, and they get a top-tier young closer for Bradish. That's a great deal for the O's. Oh, wow. Suzuki to Cleveland. I'd argue Cleveland won that. Unless the Cubs were just trying to get rid of money. Okay, let's sign some picks. Okay. Daryl, my guy.
This is the future.
Okay, I kind of figured he was gonna have a tough go at things. This is not good.
Evolution.
I feel like, are you kidding me?
This is the future.
This is not good.
Evolution.
There we go. Alex Ishii has thought it over and he's like, I'll take the Millie. I'm scared. No, I don't want to go up that high. Dude. At 65%. Okay, I need at least all of them to be in a position where I can try and sign them. This is going to be tough. Actually, move you to 1. Yeah. Okay, what do you want? Andrew Vaughn. Michael Arias and Christian Hernandez. Okay.
This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future.
No. No. Not for a guy that we still have control over. Next year, I might have taken that deal. Not now. We still have one more year control. I'm not gonna go with it. We gotta sign our fucking rookies, man. Please, for the love of God, man. Sign the deal. Daryl Jones is signed. Holy. Oh, whew. Okay, we got Gary. That's 3. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking good. We're seeing exactly why he fell. We are seeing exactly why he fell in the draft.
This is the future.
Well, I mean, they need an extra blocker. They don't have an offensive line. They had to get an extra blocker. Yeah, I kind of expected that much. 76.
This is the future.
God damn, you guys do not want to sign here. I don't blame you, but bruh. I took you above your draft rank. You should be ecstatic. We got the most important signing done, and that's what I'm happy about. We've won 3 of our last 4. That's real impressive for us. He's still not motivated enough to sign. Yeah, we got Sean Crane under contract. There we go. And we got Luis. Boston's the only one. If he doesn't sign, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. So. We do have one more year of control, Bryce Wilson, so I'll keep that in mind. 2 years of Murphy. Okay. Crane's renewable. I don't think we really have
This is the future.
anybody
Human error.
to really worry about when it comes to contracts. Right off the bat.
Evolution.
Montgomery's renewable. Michael Taylor's a free agent. I'm not worried.
Future.
Any names here that I'm overly worried about that I don't think are young is the question.
Evolution.
Fletcher, you're renewable. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think we have any contracts to worry about. Which is nice. I very much like the fact that we have no contracts to worry about. What are we doing? We've won 4 of our last 5. White Sox, what are we doing? We've won 7 of our last 10. White Sox, what are we doing? I don't want to give them that much more. Fuck it. We just need guys on the team. There we go. Got Boston Lopez.
Is the
We have
future.
signed our entire draft class. I am just curious. What is the market for Bennett? He's on a hot streak. He's batting 289.
Future.
I'm probably not going to get a much better time to move him. So, I kind of do have to look.
Evolution.
I mean, if there's a team that's desperate enough, I'm kind of down. I'm not seeing... I want to see at least a B potential out of a desperate team. Are you kidding me? Is there really not going to be a team desperate enough to give me a B potential player? The Mariners make no sense. They're not trying to trade for him. Ooh, the Braves offering up a B potential pitcher? Intriguing. Hey, Nats, why don't you offer up your first pick? I'll take him for Flores.
This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future.
Yeah, I might just wait and see what offers come my way for Benintendi.
Evolution.
Yeah, I'll put Benintendi on the block and just see what offers show up. I do want... Dear Lord. How are we 42 and 63? I was about to say if we swept them, I was going to go crazy. Ryan Helsley goes to the Twins as the Cards get Zebby Matthews and Ty Langenberg. Okay. I mean, I'd argue that's a decent trade for the Cards as they've not had a good season at all. Already signed all our draft picks. Once again, it's a guy we have a lot of control over. However, it is a position that we could use the depth.
This is the future.
No. No. I'm not willing to do it. Not willing to do that. Thought about it, but
Evolution.
nope. Dodgers have another offer.
Is the future.
They're like, okay, how about this one?
Evolution.
Those bastards. Fuck. I doubt we could get him. Solely because I don't think we have... Even Luis Robert, I don't think, is going to snag him. I will say, though, this Bobby Miller offer is tempting. That is very tempting. I want to know again, what is our... We have 3 years of arbitration over him. So there's still plenty of control. It's not like we have to deal him.
This is the future.
I will come back to that, and they'll more than likely accept it, I would think.
Evolution.
Okay, so the Yankees just gave a hold to the Astros
Future.
for Isaac Paredes. Okay.
Evolution.
I will say he's playing amazing right now. I don't know if the Astros got enough for how well he's playing. Batting 300, 22 home runs. Still got 2 years on his deal. He's cheap. He's young. I think the Yankees got a steal. Oh, today's the trade deadline. Ooh. I hit the wrong button, by the way. But, who got hurt? As long as it's not somebody I want to trade. Eder suffered an injury. He'll be fine, though, in the long run. Fine in the long run, so we're good. Okay. Let's see. Where did Caglione get drafted? Was it the Mets? KC. I doubt they're going to do any deal with us.
This is the future.
So what is he labeled under? First base?
Evolution.
Yep, there he is.
This is the future.
I mean, that would be very useful. I don't think they're going to be willing to part. I'm not doing that, mainly because Bryce has been really good and has changed my whole outlook on him being on the team for the long term. I'm not making that deal. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Nope. Nope. That does make me wonder, though, if Luis Robert would be enough. I doubt they need him, though. They don't need him. But they could use him. You know. Out of curiosity. I didn't expect to go this long today, but now it's just gotten interesting. I just want to see the Royals
This
and
is
their
the
offers.
future. Human error.
Yeah, I don't think they see him highly enough.
Evolution.
I don't think the Royals see him as a good enough player. They're interested in making the deal.
Is the future.
I could do it.
Evolution.
What about Benintendi, out of curiosity? Yeah, they want more than Benintendi. Smart. Smart. Okay, so Andrew Vaughn's not enough. Benintendi's not enough, but they do feel like Robert's enough. They would be interested in making the Bryce Wilson deal. Huh. I'm learning a lot about how much they view Caglione right now. I don't think I make the deal now. The off-season might be a different question, though. The off-season might be a different question entirely. I do think I sit here and figure out where the fuck Benintendi's going, though. We're at the trade deadline. I want Benintendi off the team. I'm willing to take whatever. Let's see the offers. I don't want to take any large contracts, though. Although, I will say Dylan Carlson would be interesting, just to see if he pans out.
Evolution.
19-year-old third baseman, maybe?
This is the future.
No. I know exactly why you're doing that, New York, and no. I'm not taking that contract off your hands. You can get up out of here with that. Okay. Okay. There's very few people that were here when we did the Angels years ago. Adam Kloffenstein became a fantastic piece to that puzzle. It is the only reason I stopped. Now, you can't blame him for trying, but I'm not taking that contract off their fucking hands. I'm not gonna lie, this is tempting. Adam Kloffenstein is tempting. Ooh. I'd rather not trade him in division. If I can help it. We don't really need a catcher. That's definitely not a priority.
This is the future.
Really? Robert Paulson? Ooh, that's another one that's intriguing enough for me to kind of sit back and think about.
This is the future.
Wait, what were the Mariners offering? Santos, no. I'm not taking David Fletcher off your hands as much as I love Fletch. Nope.
Evolution.
We got his brother and it's a cool thing. Yeah, put the brothers together. No, not for that contract. We ain't even having a conversation. Buddy Kennedy. BJ Murray Jr. First base would be nice. Get some help there, but I don't think so. I think he's the only one that I'm willing to part with now. Because it gets that contract off the books. He's not going to be here for the long haul. Next year, Luis Roberts a definite possibility, I think. I just want to give Robert a chance to up his trade value. I think Kloffenstein might be the go. If I can add even more firepower to the starting pitching unit, I will do that in a heartbeat.
This is the future.
Yeah, I think best deal here is Kloffenstein. We lose that contract.
Evolution.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's taking Taylor. That's the only reason I don't.
This is the future.
I wouldn't pair him. Yeah, Klopfenstein for Benintendi. I am down with that.
Evolution.
So let's see. What prospects would I even be offered for Michael A. Taylor? I doubt it's really anything. Well, actually, a lot better than I thought I'd get. Why the fuck would you give me Oswald Peraza? Why? I'm not gonna lie, these are stupid trades for Taylor. Cleveland announced their new stadium and it's a dump. Why? Why did teams that can get an advantage with the weather not utilize the advantage they can get with the weather? Don't get it. And maybe I should have packaged them. I'm shocked at the fact that I'm getting better offers for Taylor than I think I was getting for Benintendi. I get it, the dude's good at defense, but bruh,
Future.
that's all he's good for.
Error. Evolution.
No, I'm not gonna take it. The Angels just don't have the prospects
This
to interest me well enough there. I should have looked at what teams are actually contending and then traded, you know, the players to the right teams. I messed up there, but because I doubt some of these teams would even make these trades in reality, but yeah, no. I'm this far in at this point. I doubt. I wonder. I am going to test something here. I doubt Gallo makes it much better, but we'll see. I am tempted to see, just to get an idea. Dear Lord. It's like we really gotta figure out who actually wants this guy, these guys.
Evolution.
I'm not taking that off your hands. Mm-mm. Nope.
This is the future.
I mean, Ben Rice is a decent offer.
Evolution.
Actually, I want to know how good the Rays are, because that Rays offer I might actually go with. How good are the Rays? They're not good at all, so there's no reason they're trading for anyone. Okay, so never mind. The Blue Jays are fighting. They're just trying to fight back in the wild card. That's what they're doing. They're trying to have some hope. They're 3.5 games back, so maybe they believe they've got a chance. And that's why they make the trade for Benintendi. Yeah, there's not many teams, I think, are gonna actually make a deal for
This is the future.
Michael Taylor and Joey Gallo, but
Human error.
you know, maybe I'm wrong.
Evolution. This is the future.
Because Taylor and Gallo ain't coming back, I can guarantee you that. So might as well get something for them.
Evolution.
Yep, nope. Yep, no to the Rays. No to the Blue Jays. We already gave you a piece. I don't think they'll consider those two for Jack, but... well... that's a package of prospects. Oh, don't. The back hurts every time I wake up. Don't make me feel older than I already do. How dare you, Jaron? How dare you? You know what? They did offer a good chunk of players. Are they willing? This makes no sense. But they're definitely interested in making the deal. Okay, then. That's the big move. We've got our young first baseman of the future and our technical Shohei Ohtani. Yup.
This is the future.
He could come in and close for us if we needed it. But yeah, that makes Andrew Vaughn very tradable next season if he has a monster year. Definitely something to look at. Definitely something to look at there. We officially now have a young guy at first base that we can build around. Yay! Aren't we happy about that? We do need to sign a fielder, though. Brett Phillips. No.
This is the future.
I'd like some security.
Human error.
Here, how much is that in Duval? He wants a 2-year deal.
This is the future.
Dear Lord, what is with you crazy people wanting long-term deals?
Evolution.
Boom. Alright. So where was he? Nope. Here we go. So we at least have another player there. Do have 4 guys in the outfield. We could use 1 more up. That'll open up a spot for you. major leagues. We do have one more spot on the 40-man if I want to add someone. I think we will wait for that. Yeah, I think we'll wait for that. So I mainly just want to get to the point where I can just sit there and look at all the draft picks. So I believe this is the last day. View draft picks. Here we go. Cool.
This is the future.
91 potential. We got that right. I'll take it. Boston Lopez, there's a reason he fell. Ishii, 75. I'll take it. That's solid. 85 potential for Luis. Starts at 64. Gary, 79. Sean, 73. Okay, fine. But we do have a guy who can hopefully grow to be an ace adjacent, you know, a top rotation piece. Let's see if I can find the players we lost out on. Here's your number 1 overall pick. We now know why he fell. He was slightly overrated. Did get a good catcher later on. Oh, Carrasco went unsigned. Interesting. '89 fucking speed off the bat.
This
I'm
is the
upset.
future.
I'm upset.
Human error.
Steven Cortez was a guy that, you know, we had scouted a little bit. So, didn't know much about him, but he's pretty good.
This is the future.
Blanchard, not great. Anybody else here that we had kind of scouted well? I'm just kind of trying to find the names that I recognize. Carmi Peralta, not as good as I hoped he would be. So kind of saved ourselves there. Yep. Moreno wasn't fantastic, but they did find 2 good guys in Luis Francisco and Fernando Bruno. And of course, late they got a shortstop who's amazing. God, what the fuck, Dodgers? What the fuck? Well, amazing in potential, I should say. Where are the guys I scouted? Sid Clark. Okay. Not many of these guys did I have scouted. Hugh Trowbridge was a guy we kind of scouted late. He was solid. Given all these guys will probably be traded away to the Yankees at some point. That seems to be the process of being a Pirate. Garrett Thompson, really good. 99 potential at closer for Milwaukee. Hot damn. Couple of guys went unsigned. I'm upset. I like Crane, but I'm upset. I can say that much. Okay, he's solid, but we got the better pitcher potential-wise. They did come back and get Tommy Chin, closer. But we might have gotten the better overall pitcher. I'll take it. I like Marcelo Flores, but we may have gotten the best overall pitcher. Bo Hernandez, not good. I knew he was going to have high potential. I didn't know how high, but I knew he'd have high potential. His skill set isn't great,
Human error.
but I knew he had high potential.
Evolution.
I don't see many of the other guys that I wanted. At least I haven't noticed. There's Dave. We knew he had high potential. We knew that, but he's all speed. Yeah, he's real fast. He's all speed. Okay, he was on the lower end. That power against lefties is great off the bat. Really good draft here for the fucking Mariners. Holy shit. Oh, Sid Bowman elected to be unsigned. Dear Lord. No one wanted to play for the A's. Half their class said no. I'm gonna write down some names just to keep an eye out, you know. Let me get the notebook.
This is the
Yeah, let me write some names down here. Okay, so we got the A's unsigned.
evolution.
Might have to look for these guys. We got Sid
This is the future.
Bowman was what? Left field. We've got Damian Grady. Relief pitcher. Got a right fielder in Kelly Perez. Because some of these positions, hey, you know, I'm kind of interested, you know? Jay Young. A relief pitcher. I mean, I have no problem looking at Bowman. Possible 87 overall? Whoops. I wanted to see 81. And that's what we call a bust, everyone. Yeah, this is a normal Angels class. Nobody looks like they're going to live up to potential.
This is the future. Human
Yeah, that's about right. Whoops.
evolution.
My man Gino, of course you became an Astro. Of course.
This
Ah, I'm sad about that. Yeah, Whitley was solid.
evolution.
Robert Waters was okay. They got 2 of the guys we scouted. Angelo Lewis, Craig Benson, 2 good pitchers here. Detroit just loading up. Ryan Langley, not great. Glad I didn't draft him. Overall, I give the draft a B-. It was a solid first draft, but definitely could have been a lot better. With just 1 to 2 picks, I feel like it could have been better. Oh, Dan had a bad month. What? Steven Wilson didn't play well. Nick Maton had an outstanding month. Trey Magoo. Gonzalez. Okay. Overall, we have done a lot better than I expected.
This is the future.
I don't think it's going to be enough to keep the job. Maybe it will. We apparently killed the Angels, and we're almost better than the Angels. I'm sorry. Okay, we're almost better than a team that's unwilling to trade Mike Trout. We deserve to keep our job. This team should not be as good as they are. I deserve to stay on for at least the entirety of my contract. I'll say that much. I'll make that argument.
Revolution.
If they fire me beforehand, I will hold a grudge. With that, though, that's where we're going to close out this stream. And we are going to see how this season ends and the offseason begins next week. If you're new here, we do sports stuff Tuesdays here on my main YouTube channel and on Twitch. So we're on both ends of the spectrum. If you like football-related content, you can go check out the main YouTube channel. There's a lot of that over there. As for the schedule for the remainder here on the Twitch side of things, what we got? We got Visual Novel Thursday, possibly finishing up VLR, and then some hardcore Pokemon Nuzlocke for Yellow Friday. If you're new, had a good time, go ahead and hit that follow button. Subscribe if you feel like spending your money on me over on the Twitch side. On the YouTube side, hit that subscribe button over there. That one's free.
This is
As for everything else, Jaren, FG, Eagles, Dash, and Tyrrell, appreciate all you guys being here. I will see you guys. Wait for it. I'm not ready. I'm not even ready to say goodbye. I wasn't set up. I will see you guys next time.